I was gonna write a love song, wrote about two bluebirds instead. Their love is never gonna go wrong. They'll face the future together without dread. I tried again to write that love song, wrote about two red birds instead. Their love rides along on wings so strong, they have no words, nothing need be said. They don't fret and die, light on different trees, let time wear away their bond, seal away their peace. Their souls don't need hands to hold, just wings touching wings on the breeze. Just wings touching wings on the breeze. I'm finally gonna write that love song, not write about those blackbirds instead. Years and years roll by and our love rolls on. We'll face the future together without dread. We won't fret and die, light on different trees, let time wear away our bond, steal away our peace. Our souls won't need hands to hold, just a wings touching wings on the breeze. Just wings touching wings on the breeze. Just wings touching wings. Something like that. Well, I'm going to read you a poem now from The Mad Farmer's Wife, and probably a lot of you maybe can identify with this poem. It's a poem about my grandmother and about how I associate one certain food and one certain smell with her. And it's called Turnips on the Table. How odd when a person and a vegetable merge, becoming one in your mind and mouth. My grandmother loved those little roots. Their stealthy sting hit your tongue like an angry truth. Put all the butter and sugar you want, their heat cannot be denied. No wonder they're shaped like tears. They owned a little grocery store, could eat anything they wanted, but a hard scrabble childhood hangs on you, a bell that can't be unrung. Turnips on the table, a reminder of a hard battle won, a daily bitter tear on the tongue. I'm working on a series of new poems now, and there's a whole suite of poems that are all connected, and they're about my dad, and they're called The Gospel of Junior. Everybody called him Junior, not by his name. And I'm going to read you the first poem in that suite. I won't try to put them all on you. But it opens, the poem, the suite opens with Junior's commandments. So that's what I'll start with that. The Gospel of Junior. The book of Junior was economical, only needing about a half a dozen commandments. Gardening is a sacrament. Your tithe paid with hoe and bent back. Keep everything godly clean. Keep the Sabbath, no matter what the hayfield says. In fact, go to church every time the door opens, but don't crow about it. Your life will tell the tale. Most of all, don't throw anything away. Everything, all of it, is a gift. My dad's dime store dungeon of detritus down in his dark basement was a wonder. Nothing escaped him. Not the broken or rusty, the warped or the worn. Dozens of nails driven in joists held bags of treasure. Screws, nails, nuts, and bolts, belts, brackets, brushes, and buckets. Anything you could ever want or need, or never want or need. His underground hardware store was a gold mine to the tinkerer or the child of the Depression. He could have bought new, but that's heresy in his anti-prosperity gospel. Living cheap is living humble. Transcendence is to be saved by what's broken. Sanctification sent by self-sufficiency. Grace from going without. Junior was that camel passing through that needle's eye every day. A piece of broken pipe in one hand, rusty wire in the other. His broken down, dusty brogans with the recycled laces shuffling down that redemption road. Y'all are easy, I like that. Okay. I want to sing you, this. I don't write too many sad songs, but occasionally a little bit sad, but not too sad. This song is only about the price of love, which is grief, isn't it? So, anyway, I'll take a stab at it. Thought of you today, when brown leaves rain from racing clouds. I thought of you today, when sky burned through fierce blue. Rushing wind hummed and droned, branches of trees clicked like bone. Your shadow moved beyond the fence, not speaking, just giving hints. I thought of you today, but in visions you never speak. I thought of you today, plowing a meadow far away. Fix men, salvage what you can. Like the trees, you belong to this land. Why do I bother to even dream? Wind lifts our words on a golden stream. Rushing wind hummed and droned, trees bowed in amber light. Whispers all those missing words that just might make everything right. I thought of you today, your head down, your back to me. I thought of you today, walking to that golden way, leaning on your shovel, hoe, or rake, looking one last time for old time's sake, looking for so long and reminiscing, looking long and longer at what you're missing. Rushing wind hummed and droned, trees bowed in amber light. Whispers all those missing words that just might make everything right. I thought of you today. When brown leaves rain from racing clouds, I thought of you today. When sky burned through fierce blue. Okay, I'm going to read you. I want to totally switch gears now and tell on myself. It's called confessional poetry. So I'm confessing. Actually, this poem is true, but I ascribed it to the Mad Farmer's Wife because I thought it was funnier for her to be the one saying this. But the title of the poem is "The Mad Farmer's Wife Throws a Cuss Fit." She wasn't raised that way. Occasionally her mom would let fly when long days with 4 little heathens wore down the filter. Still, ladies weren't supposed to act like that. Marriage brought her a man, however, who considered cussing an art, a masculine craft worthy of cultivation. He could cuss the bark off a hickory, a calf through a fence, a bent bolt back through a bracket, a frozen lug wrench off a tractor tire rim. Always a good student, she apprenticed for years before her skills matured. It was a frozen water line exploding in her kitchen, water ankle deep on new linoleum. Him gone, her pregnant to bursting, having to crawl under the house in her nightgown in Arctic wind. This was her moment. She was speaking in tongues. But no glossolalia here. Every word crisp, clear, and precise. An epic conflagration of every verbal horror she could muster. Every bite of that forbidden fruit spit back at the world. But he still had to use a blowtorch to finally thaw the line when he got home. One can't really expect transfiguration right out of the gate. Alright, last song here, and this is the ultimate confession. And fortunately, all of this song is true. And my mom is here tonight, which is awesome, but there was a time when I wouldn't have sung this song when my mama was here. I didn't let her read this poem until I was big enough she couldn't whip me. But anyway, this poem that became a song is called Sugar and Spice, etc., etc. Now you know what that's alluding to, right? Girls are supposed to be sugar and spice and everything nice, right? This is obviously an ironic title. Okay. Well, sugar and spice and everything nice was Mama's really good advice about what every good country girl should be. But to me, my sisters and the girls next door, that sounded like a great big bore, so we had other notions about the way to spend our time. Well, we learned to play poker and we learned to smoke. Just about every rule got broke. People worried we were headed for a life of crime. One Halloween we built a fire in the street. That thunder you heard was the sound of our feet running from the cops up the hill to my friend's house. Oh, sugar and spice and everything nice was Mama's really sound advice about what every good country girl should be. But to me, my sisters and the girls next door, that sounded like a pretty big bore, so we had other notions about the way to spend our time. Once we asked Santa for a telescope and hauled it up on the garage with a great big rope, peeked the neighbors' windows, see what we could see. We stole grapes and melons from the neighbor's garden, acted up in church and made fun of the parson, kept all the withered women the closing on the party line. Now boys shouldn't get to have all the fun. We deserve our own good time in the sun. Soon enough the world will put us back in line. Our reputations, they weren't the best, but we still would have kind of liked an arrest, cause at least what we were made of wouldn't melt in your mouth. Oh, sugar and spice and everything nice was mama's really good advice about what every good country girl should be. But to me, my sisters and the girls next door, that sounded like a pretty big bore, so we had other notions about the way to spend our time. Yeah, we had other notions about the way to spend our time.